everyone, it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 18 in the 2024 Countdown to Christmas series with Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations. Today, we're creating cards for people in the From the Heart Facebook group, and I'll talk a little bit about that as we go through the video. I'm going to start off with a scrap piece of white cardstock, and I'm stamping out two of the images from the November Hero Arts monthly kit. It is a dog image and a cat image. There are some dies that you'll see me using that you can have these little animals pop out of. The stamp set is a very large stamp set. I think it's a 6x8 and it has a ton of different animals on it and they're so adorable. There's also stocking die, a teacup die, which you'll see me use, a present die. And I think there's definitely a tag, and I think there's something else that the animals can pop out of. So adorable. I'm using the coordinating dies for these stamps to cut them out. We're going to run them through my Honey Bee Bitty Buzz Cutter, and then we're going to put them to the side. We'll color them eventually, but I wanted to let the ink dry a little bit. I found that if you let the ink dry for a couple minutes, it makes it easier with the Copic markers and it doesn't pick up any of that ink. So we're going to run that through, and like I said, put it on the side, and then we're going to start working on the die cut pieces. Originally, I had cut the present out of a bag that I had got from Honey Bee because I thought it looked like wrapping paper. It was that shiny material. You saw it to the left earlier. But I didn't like the way that it looked with the background that I chose, and I just couldn't get it to look right. So we're going to be using this scrap piece of cardstock that I found next to my larger die cut machine to cut out the present and the teacup. I also cut it out of that white shiny paper that I used for the last card. And we're going to do some paper piecing. We're going to do some paper piecing also with the present. Oh, I cut out the present again from the green cardstock that I had, and the green cardstock measures 1/8 of an inch larger than the background paper. The background paper is 4 by 5 1/4. The green paper is 1/8 of an inch larger than that, and then the card base will be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch A2 size card. So you can see here we're doing the paper piecing part of it. We cut out the strip of what would be the ribbon on the bottom of the box. On the top of the box, it's the bow as well as the ribbon that coordinates with that. So I'm just cutting it out with some scissors. It was very easy to do. They make it so that the parts are only very lightly attached, so you can easily cut these off and then glue them. I'm using my Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and glue the bow to the top of that present lid. And then we're going to put it to the side, let it dry for a couple minutes, and then we're going to work on the teacup. I'm going to do the same thing. I cut out the saucer piece from that white cardstock, and then I also cut out the handle as well as the lip of the cup. I initially didn't do it because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. I thought it needed a little bit more contrast. And you'll see here that I did pull that cup out a little bit. We're going to do something that when you see later on in the pictures, it really makes that teacup or the saucer that the teacup is sitting on look three-dimensional. So we're going to go ahead and use that same Bearly Arts glue to attach everything. We're going to then attach the pattern paper to the green coordinating cardstock that'll eventually go onto the front of the card. Well, while you're watching me finish this up, and then I'm going to start to do the Copic coloring, which I left that all in there so you guys can see because I really like the way this came out. I really worked on my flicks with the Copic markers to make it look like fur, so I hope that you guys enjoy it. But while you're watching me do that, I thought I'd talk to you about the series as well as the From the Heart Facebook group if you're not familiar with them. So first, let's talk about the series. Marie and I are doing the series it's 25 days. We drop videos every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She and I have been doing this for 2 years. We've picked 25 different themes, put them in a randomizer, and then assign them dates, so that she and I can do different themes, techniques, stamp sets, etc., and come up with different projects for you guys while we're creating our own Christmas cards for the season. Hopefully this gives you a lot of inspiration and a lot of different ideas. We're using new and old products combined, different techniques than we've done last year. So at the end of the series, you will have 100 videos between the two of us that'll give you a bunch of inspiration for Christmas cards as well as projects. We don't just make cards, we've done a bunch of other things in the past. We do gift card holders, we've done boxes, Marie's done treat holders. There's a lot of great inspiration out there. I will leave the link to the intro video if you haven't checked it out already in the more information section, as well as the link to Marie's channel, and make sure you go over and visit her channel. She is trying to get to the next big number. We talk about the giveaways in the intro video. You want to make sure you see that. But Marie is going to give away an extra one if she hits a certain number. I will as well. I haven't really talked about that. I probably will in the next video when I get a little bit closer. But she and I have both been really enjoying the series. Again, hope you guys are as well. So I'll leave a link to her channel, the intro video, and then also a link to the playlist. It will have the videos from my channel for the past 2 years, and actually from years before. Marie has two separate playlists linked on her channel, one for both of our videos from last year and one for both of our videos from this year. So head over there and check that out if you want to see both of them in the same spot. So that is my little spiel on this series. I wanted to talk to you guys about the From the Heart Facebook group, especially if you are card makers and if you're making cards and you don't really know what to do with them. So From the Heart Facebook group is a group of people who get together, and people have nominated people. I believe the youngest age to nominate somebody is about 60 years old. And you can ask for cards for their birthdays if something is going on in their life, but they also do Christmas cards. Marie actually decided that I think this was her pick for this week, and I love it. Actually, funny story, Madeline did a card for the From the Heart Facebook group, but she didn't do the voiceover. So I am going to have her post that video when we do the voiceover. So I will have that video because it was totally her idea, and she was so cute when she did it. And it was, I just did the cutting and she did the video. Okay, so now back to the From the Heart group. So again, 60 or older, you can nominate people, you can nominate yourself and ask for cards. When I went through, there's a big Christmas list on there. There's a birthday list every month, and I kind of go through and just either what I want to use with my craft stuff, if that fits into what somebody's looking for, or if I find something compelling about somebody. I've had a couple people that have had Alzheimer's or dementia and things like that, and that really resonates with me because of what we went through with my grandmother. So I usually will pick somebody like that, or if I just think it's such a cute story, or if I just have something that I know that I can make that will hopefully bring a smile to their face. So I love doing that, and I love that Marie came up with this idea. If you do want to be part of the group, you can go over to Facebook, and it's the From the Heart group. So I can try to leave a link below. I believe I can link their Facebook page as well. It is a great organization. It's a great group of people that will go ahead and send cards to people. You don't have to send them. It doesn't have to be a pen pal thing. There are pen pals that you can become on there, but there's no expectation for the person to write back to you, which is completely fine. I just really love that I'm able to send the cards that I make, because so often I will make cards for these videos and then not know what to do with them. So I love having something in mind. It makes it a little bit easier for me to create, and especially around the holidays, because a lot of these people either don't have family close, or don't have family at all. They could be the last survivor of their family and maybe didn't have kids or don't have anybody, around. So it really makes it even more meaningful to go ahead and do these cards. I really appreciate you, Marie, for recommending this, because I did need to get on the list get on making cards for the From the Heart Facebook group. So for more information, I will leave a link down below, so make sure you go over and check it out. Okay. Now back to the card. I went ahead and colored in both of the images. The cat I colored in like Lucy, and the dog I just thought browns, because I had colored in the cat a gray color. So once that was done, I put them to the side, and now we're going to go ahead and score the cardstock for the card bases. They are 5.5 by 8.5 inches. I'm scoring them at 4 1/4, so they are 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card bases. I'm using my bone folder to go ahead and smooth out that crease or burnish that crease. Then we're going to get onto the assembly of the card. Real simple. I am going to go ahead and put the Bearly Arts glue on the back of the piece that we created earlier for both of these card bases. And then I'm going to start gluing things down. The only thing that I don't glue directly down is the present, or the top of the present that we're going to put on the dog's head. You can either put it straight across, but I kind of put it to the side like he was popping out and the lid kind of popped off to the side of his head. After we've gone ahead and glued down the bottom of the present as well as the dog, I'm going to go ahead and take a white gel pen and add dots to his eyes just to give him a little bit more life and character. Just think it looks really cute. I did not add 3 little dots to each cheek, which I normally do. I did go ahead and do that on the cat, but I did not do that on the dog. Then I'm going to take some foam tape that I've cut down into strips, put it on the back of the lid and the bow, take off the paper backing. What I did for the loops was I did take off the backing from both sides, so that way you can mold it around. If you keep the backing on, you can't really mold the foam tape, so you want to make sure you take it off, form it around whatever you need it to go around, and then go ahead and take the tape off the rest of it. Now we're going to move on to the cup, saucer, and the cat. We're going to glue down the cup and the saucer first, and then you'll see me here go in, do the same thing with the dots on the eyes, and I do add the 3 dots on each of the cat's cheeks just to give it a little bit more dimension. After attaching the cat to the cup, we are going to add a little bit of white gel pen at the bottom of the cup where the little stand part is. And then we're going to take a C1 Copic marker and going to draw around those embossed lines on there. And when you see it in the pictures, it really looks like it's almost 3D. So those are the 2 cards today. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. And I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye!